Yo, yes, we're back again. Boxed Off Podcast, episode 35. Soon closing in on the year anniversary. How are you, bro? I mean, I know how you are.
I'm good, mate. I'm good. I'm blessed, man. Not feeling well, innit, but I'm blessed. I'm here. What you'll see in the views as well is like, obviously, I'm a bit under the weather today from a heavy weekend, and like I'm here wrapped up out my eggs, I'm freezing, and Jack's like got just a t-shirt and shorts on. So, but yeah, I'm blessed, bro. What are you telling me?
Nothing much, bro. I smell a bit. I smell a bit.
Yeah, I don't want to say out, innit? I stink to you.
Do you really think that?
Well, I don't leave the house me without putting a bit of aftershave on. I know you're still in the house, innit? Like, this is your house, but I always have a couple of splashes me before I leave, no matter where I go. Always smell nice. That's if you like the aftershave.
Yeah. No, it's important to smell good. I always make sure that, like, if I am actually going out of the house, yes, you always need to smell good. 100%. I've got like a bit of a thing, like, if I'm going out, then I need to smell good. Do you know what I mean? But, like,
Yeah, just.
women love it.
Yeah, mate, I always like aftershave me, a couple of blasts, a couple behind the ear, you know, like,
Yeah.
you know the spots.
I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and before I leave the house, 1, 2 on my t-shirt.
Yeah, let's say if I've just got a tee on, I'll just fucking, I don't keep calm, just go bang, 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 and I'll literally just spray it and let it run down my ear, innit, just like fully sink in. I'll do my wrist, innit, and then if I go out and put a jacket over the top, I'll just do like another one, do like, spray it in the air, do like a little shot into it.
You fucking muffin. You fucking muffin.
Going. You know what I mean, so.
Yeah, what's going on? We went Headie One, didn't we? Well, we spoke about it again, like, we both know which one's opinions on it, innit, but now we've like slept on it for like a few days.
Well, I thought it was good, innit, like, Headie One is, like, how he is, like, well, how he raps anyway, like, it's not really, like, a big, how can I say it, like, going mad, but some tracks he does, but like, and obviously where he was is quite far away, and this is what I said to you, like, you see like the mosh pits and in the middle of the crowd, like, if you're in the middle of that crowd, like, jumping around like everyone else, you're having a sick time, that's a fact. And like, when we're up there, and it's a bit more like, civilised, and like, you know what I mean, maybe it's tougher to get the full Headie One experience, but I thought it was pretty good, the second half of it anyway, when he kicked in a bit more. I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, yeah. When he did the big songs, like, it's undeniable. It was good. Those parts were good, but for me, I just feel like he didn't show enough stage presence for me. And I understand he's not an energetic guy like that. He doesn't even appear to be like even like off stage, like when you see him getting out and about or whatever. When you've seen him done like interviews and stuff, like he doesn't seem like. And he doesn't seem like a charismatic guy. He does in his own little way, but not in like, he's not like an energetic guy, like. But I don't know, like, I left it just feeling a little bit underwhelmed, like, because I'm a Headie One fan, and I still am a Headie One fan.
Do you think maybe that's because we saw Gets before?
100%.
And like, you see how he was, and like, you obviously you are going to compare it to like, it's like one you've been to most recently, and obviously that was fucking mint. And like, you go to that and it's just kind of like a bit, like you said, a bit underwhelming.
Yeah, I don't think anyone. Well, I think there's very few people I think that will put on a better, like, as good as or a better stage show than Gets. Like, I think Kano would. I think probably Stormzy would. Gigs. But we've seen Skep, and I thought Gets was better than Skep.
I thought Skepta and Dan was mad though.
It was sick.
Yeah.
And that's definitely top 3 for me.
That was mad. That come up on my, obviously when we went when did we go? Was it like October? Like, a few years ago, what month was it? Like October or something like that?
Yeah, it was September,
October. And it come up on my memories, and I reposted it to my story, and like, just videoing it in the crowd, and like, all the crowds jumping. I can't remember which track it was, and it's like, you just see like everyone jumping, it's like the sea, bro, like everything's fucking up and down.
Yeah.
And like, you have that way over a crowd. But that, like I said, we were in the crowd then. If we were in the crowd like Headie One, like everyone's fucking jumping about, like, it would have probably been different. But yeah, man, there are certain people like that who just have immense stage presences. They were just absolutely certy dons, and all the ones you listed there are gangsters. What I will say as well, when he gets to his London show, and I think they played the venue's called the Roundhouse. You will see it on Insta.
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
And it's like that little walkway, and it's like proper thin. But it set me on edge, that. I was like, fucking, I felt like we were going to fall off the stage all the time here when I was watching it. I was actually like, fucking hell.
He brought everyone out.
Yeah, no, I seen, like, especially the one where Kano's there and they're both right at the end of it. And like, there's like no room on the stage. That must be like a big venue in London, isn't it? Like, it must be a sick place to do it. But it was well thin. I was like, fuck, I'd fall off there, mate, 100%.
I spoke to Getsy's manager today, mate, on the phone for like 5 minutes. And I said to him, like, I saw the show online and stuff, and I said it looks absolutely crazy. He said, yeah, like he said that for London, obviously, because it's London, like they just had to level it up, and like they had the big tank. Do you see when the album first came out, he was on that tank going through London?
They
had that tank on stage, and like Kano was there, Giggs was there, Suspect was there, there's bare people there, like, so it was always going to be sick in London. Like they had to like go above and beyond from what they had done in the other shows, because it's London, innit? Like it's the hometown show for them and all that stuff. So yeah, pretty mad, but yeah, Headie One. Yeah, it was good. Would I go again? Would I pay for it? Probably not. Sorry.
It just depends where, I guess. Thankfully, I didn't pay.
Yeah, thankfully, blessed.
But like, still Headie though. You know what I mean? One.
Steady.
Still a fan.
If you want to come on the pod, then you're welcome to.
I say that about everyone.
But I don't think you will come on the pod.
I say that about every single person chat about, like, yeah, come on the pod, innit? Like, nah, not gonna do. One day, you never know. One day, you never know.
Yeah. But yeah, what else is going on, bro? How's life?
Not bad, really. Like I said, every weekend. It's my birthday tomorrow.
Nice.
Big up me on my Earth Day. I always calm, shit like that. So, I've worked for a few days. Had a heavy weekend. Probably that's why I feel like shit now, even though I didn't do anything yesterday, and that was like my day to recover, and I've just been off today and just been in bed all day. So yeah, mate, besides that, getting older. Maybe this is why, maybe this is what it feels like. Just getting old.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Old as shit, mate.
Yeah. Hey, I tell you what, yeah, I feel sweet today, me, yeah, because, and I'm going to put it down to this. So, I bought a CBD vape on Saturday for £5. And so I was rough out my edge yesterday, and I got in bed and I put a film on. I watched Blue Story. Have you seen Blue Story?
I watched Blue Story yesterday.
I think I watched Blue Story yesterday.
I'd seen it before, innit? But it was time ago.
I watched it yesterday.
I think I watched it yesterday. That's mad, that. I watched it yesterday.
Mad? I was blasting it off in bed, yeah. I was just absolutely tanning the fuck out of the CBD cig, yeah. Mate, and I was just laying there, me, yeah, braced out, man. I just felt so cosy and chilled, like, not even like a chilled where it's like, do you know, you get stoned and you're like chilled, but it wasn't even like that. It wasn't like I was high. I just felt like I just felt just nice and just like relaxed. It was different. So what I've decided is, I think what I'm going to do is, when I quit vaping nicotine, which is probably going to be in the new year, because December is just hectic anyway, I think I'm going to get off the nicotine ones, and I think I'm just going to smoke CBD vapes, because there's no nicotine in it.
Okay. Fair, so you'd recommend one then?
Because today, I drove to work and drove back with that CBD vape, blasting that, and I know there's no nicotine in it, but it satisfied my needs. Do you know what I mean? I've come home and I've been smoking that, but I think that's going to be the way forward for me to get off the nicotine, is to smoke CBD vapes.
Excuse me.
Nice. But yeah.
Yeah, fairs, mate, fairs.
It's good for you, innit? Like, CBD's supposed to be good for you.
It's supposed to be. Remember when Lou had that vape pen there and I tried that?
Yeah, we fucked out.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
I bet you blazed out your head, that one though.
Yeah, you could feel that.
Yeah, you two were wrecked out your heads behind the camera, just laughing at it now.
Giggling all the time, innit? That'd give you a lift, innit, I guess. But like, if it's, I mean, you're only paying £5 for it, so that is pretty cheap. How long does it last?
150 drags.
Oh, does it not get you stoned?
No, CBD don't get you high.
Oh, it's not THC in it, has it?
Yeah, THC is the stuff that gets you high, and then CBD is the stuff that, like, it's in everything now. So you can get, like, Jake from work, he says he has drops every morning, so he puts 2 drops on his tongue before he goes to work.
Yeah.
Just supposed to just like mellows you out. Sorry. And like Lucy from work, she's got we're speaking about today when we were driving shop. She's got like a rub, and she's got a sore knee, so she puts like a CBD rub on her knee, and it helps to sort her knee out. So it's
taken over, aren't they, CBD?
That's what I mean.
What does CBD stand for?
Chronic
back disease.
Babes. Cheeks. I don't know.
Chronic big dicks.
Yeah.
Show me.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I might get something in it for my body because I feel like shit.
Yeah. Possibly. And another thing, that I want to talk about before we get onto the main topic of conversation, right, is that you was there with me after we went Headie One, and we went to a club. Well, is it a club? Kind of is a club. Kinda.
NQ.
Yeah. Would you say it's a club?
Yeah, it's a club.
Yeah. That we used to go to when we was like 17, 18. And that's the first time, I think, ever, where I've actually felt old.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There were older people than us there, but like, I don't know, obviously we were talking about it, innit? Like, it was just a bit weird, like, it's a bit of a weird environment. But again, we haven't been there for years anyway. So that's probably...
And I swear to God, it's still the exact same playlist that we had on when we went back in the day. It's the exact same tunes.
Being DJ there is easy as fuck. I could DJ there for dough.
Yeah.
Just take a fat USB stick, slap it on, play some fucking Pop Smoke and Chris Brown.
Drake, every Drake song ever.
Don't mix anything, just when it finishes, just press play on next one.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I felt old, and it was alright, I just embraced it, but I felt old.
Right, old man, I'm getting old now.
Snogged a few girls in that room in my life, though, I'll tell you that for nothing, mate. Club snogging back in the day, yeah, when you like...
Club snogging.
Club snogging back in... Oh, spat everywhere then. Club... It's a mouthful, that. Try to say that quick.
Club snogging.
Club snogging back in the day.
Club snogging. It sounds weird. You said club snogging.
I know, because it's weird. Yeah, club snogging, yeah, back in the day, yeah, when you're like 17, 18, yeah, it used to go off. It did, it went off.
I didn't snog in clubs, mate.
Yeah, you did, lad, don't lie, you defo snog someone in the club.
In the club? Nah.
Have you snogged someone in the club? You defo have. Yeah. Well, of course he has.
Don't do that, mate. I'm too respectful for that.
That's because you was a pussy when you were younger, that's why.
Yeah, I still whack it all though.
You're not editing that out.
You know what I said? Save it, bro. Oh, fucking hell.
Tell you what though, yeah, as well, after last weekend, I feel like I'm back. I am back. I'm fucking back.
Oh,
right, I'll tell you why.
Why are you back? What is it? Oh wait, yeah, I know why you're back.
That's a sick throw, catch that.
Couldn't do a bit to you, aren't you?
Tell you what, yeah, I'm back, right? And that's only because, I don't know why, but I just felt like I had a bit of, I just had mojo.
Like, a few weeks ago, you were like, yeah, I'm done with birds, me, like, nothing at all, like, I'm not doing it anymore, and I was like, alright, fair. But now, it's like 2 days.
Only human, that. Yeah.
You was comfortable as fuck though in that environment for all of us walking in like
yeah, that's
time,
true.
didn't know anyone.
Yeah, but I only knew a handful of people. But what I realised is I just belonged, and and yeah, I just felt good in that room, in that environment for some bizarre reason, and then yeah, I just felt good. Got a dirty wine.
A few drinks down here, I always feel good, mate. Just not next day.
Yeah, true.
I'll put my hood down now, me.
Right, nice one for that, bro.
Ah, fucking mate, it's cold.
Question time is upon us.
Is a porno?
No, it's upon us.
Alright, sorry.
Could be a porno. Depends where you say. Going under.
Depends what you search on HQ.
So, if you bumped in to one of your old teachers at school, would you put it on them?
If they were fit, yes.
I don't even know if they have to be fit, you know. Nah, there's certain
Hold
ones.
on a minute,
There's
bro.
certain ones.
Let's rewind.
There's some Miss Chantry.
Oh, actually,
No.
Bro, there's bare teachers at my school who were minging. Like, no offence to them. I'm not gonna say any names, but like, even though they're never gonna see this anyway, yeah. But
Right.
just like out of respect. There's one.
Nah, name drop them.
There's one I can think of now, yeah.
I'll name drop teachers, me, I'm not asked.
There's anyone from my school who knows this teacher, yeah, Miss Bree. Right.
Was she youngin?
Aye, bro, right. Right, so bro, she's about 4. This is bangers, man. I don't want to fucking.
Yeah.
Right, she was like 4 foot, yeah. Like, the
Right.
back of her neck was like,
Thick thighs.
no, like short, right? Like stocky. The back of her neck was like out there, and like the front was like in, right? I actually once called her an evil bitch, yeah. She got a head comment in my journal, and I got fucking put in fucking, what's it called, isolation for fucking like 3 days. But she was an evil bitch. She was like a shit supply teacher, you know, who just taught everything. Like one of them deadbeat ones, and she was dead. But yeah, mate, she was so minging. I think she was actually a bit nice, but she was fucking minging, mate. Like, so if I saw her on a night out, I'd probably just fucking volley her, mate. I wouldn't try shagging her. But if I saw Miss Blako, wow, I would fucking stick it right on her, son. Yeah, that's one bit. Oh mate, that's why I'm fucking sick at English, because she was my English teacher.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
better punctual than that. So Miss Blako, if you're watching, yeah, I miss you, innit. To be fair, she what's it called? She had don't know if I should be disclosing school policies and shit, but pretty sure she had an affair with one of the teachers who was also an English
Allegedly.
teacher, yeah. Who was also an English teacher.
If you're not sure, use the word allegedly.
Okay. Pretty sure she had an affair with one of the teachers. And we used to where the Angel pub is, we used to have like a little flat there, and like when I'd stay after school playing table tennis with Dolly, I'd swing back out swinging Lucasades, and I'd walk home later, sometimes I'd see them driving home. And the teacher it was, I'm not going to say his name because I'm pretty sure I know some of his family members, so I'm not saying his name.
Do you reckon they watch it?
No, but I'm not saying it anyway. But if you know Miss Blako, you know who it is. It was bad morbid and like proper like depressing and that. But like then she left. She got another job elsewhere, so like I think the fling ended, right? And then he just went bad, depressed. But now I'm pretty sure that they're married. So that male teacher, fuck you, because you fucking done me dirty and took my gal, yeah. But Miss Blako.
They do say that 1 in 3
Oh,
marriages
yeah.
come from work.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone, if you work with someone, like you have more chance because like that's like the best way to get to know them. Like you see them every day. It's like school, innit? If you're in school with someone, like obviously you're in school when you're only a kid, but like you see them all the time, and like that's how you actually get to know people, innit? Like it's easier than just meeting someone on a night out and like going from there, innit? Because you see them every day, you don't have a choice, and you just get to know them, and you can just go from there. So minor.
No, true.
My work's full of people who are well old though. So no, there's no absolutely 0% chance of me having any sort of relationship with any bird at my work. In my old role, potentially.
Unless someone started.
Yeah, hopefully we're taking on a new starter. But if they're a new starter and they're doing sales like me, like they've got to have like shitloads of experience, and they're more than likely going to be 30 plus. Like we had a new bird start in the American team, and she's like 30 plus. But yeah, no chance.
Nice.
Yeah, she's nice actually. I've only seen her twice, like over Teams. I spoke to her once. But yeah, she is nice to be fair. They're all nice, everyone's nice, just no firebirds. So if anyone from work's watching this, which potentially they could be, don't know what I want to ask. I don't want to say, you can't say get fit.
You're pretty in your own way.
Yeah, everyone, oh yeah, don't get me wrong, you're all amazing people. I'd just like some more eye candy. Some more Microsoft Teams candy. Please.
So yeah, fair enough. Well, I'm going to say this. If you're watching, Miss Gaskell, Miss Smith, French Miss Smith, I'm not even a fuck.
Oh, we had a bad Miss Smith.
I had 2 Miss Smiths. Right? People from Astley, yeah, you know, ICT Miss Smith, if you're watching this, shout me now.
God, seriously.
Go shout me
fuming.
now, right? Miss Gaskell, shout me now. We found her on Facebook, yeah, when we was in school, right? Do you know them ones, the fit ones, yeah? Just look them up on Facebook, yeah, found her on Facebook. Oh my god. Miss Gaskell, shout me.
Shout me as well.
There was one who taught PE and she was younger, but I forgot her name, I can't remember for the life of me. If you're from my school, yeah, there's only one fit female PE teacher, yeah, you'll know what I mean. You also shout me. And this is a bit of a, like maybe a bit of a thingy one. I've only just realised this as I've gotten older that she was actually sexy. Miss Slinger, if you're watching this, shout me, because them four, I'm trying to think, was there any others? Or there was one called Miss Murray, who had the most incredible backside I've ever seen in my entire life. It was like it was designed in a lab. So if any of them, if I came across any of those 5, even though I know one of them is married and got kids, and I swear by now, because I swear she was like touching 40 when I was at school, so now she's probably like 50. But if any of those 5, if I come across any of you and I try flirting with you, just mind your own business and go along with it, because you'll be fulfilling an absolute fantasy. That's all I'm going to say. But Miss Trentry, Miss Green, both of you can suck that, because I actually can't stand either of you, especially Miss Green, because she got...
That only grassed us up for village.
Yeah, short story, right, so we used to go to the village gym.
Pretty sure you've explained it on the pod before.
Have I? Well...
Say it again.
Basically, right, went to the gym and we had to be 16, but we weren't. We was like 14, 13, and we was forging letters from school, pretending that we were like printing off letters with like, and like putting like a fake Astor Sports College badge on the letter, and like getting our mums and dads to sign it and shit, and like basically saying that we're 16, and then was going there, and then all of a sudden we saw Miss Green, who used to do lengths in the pool, and it was like a fucking tourist attraction. It was like, oh my god, there's something like wild and free like outside of the school premises. And we all thought it was hilarious because it was Miss Green, because she looked like Ned Flanders. Still does look like Ned Flanders. Fucking hated me. Just give me a U in French. I got a U in GCSE French because of Miss Green.
Can you speak any French though?
Bonjour.
Bonjour, je m'appelle... Oh, bro! Sorry, finish your story.
Sorry, long story short, right? Miss Green went and snitched on us to the owners of the gym, right? And I'm on the treadmill one day, right? And some guy comes over and stops the things I'm running and goes, "You right, Jack?" I'm like, "Right." And he goes, "How old are you?" I'm like, 16. He goes, "Do you do GCSE French?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You're not 16, then, are you?" And then we got kicked out.
Do you?
We got kicked out of the bloody gym. But yeah, so for that, Miss Green, I actually hate you.
So what I will say is, just thinking back of teachers, again, you went to my school, you know, we had a teacher, I can't remember her name, I think she might be called Miss Walker, PE teacher, yeah, and she was always mega done up, bare makeup on, yeah, but like slim and that. Pretty sure she had fake tits as well, but at the time, like, you know, it wasn't like, you right, fake tits, because she was like pretty slim. And don't know where I'm going with it, but she always had bare makeup on and that, yeah, and I would probably bang her, but like, just like it as a like a revenge thing, even though she was sound. But yeah, there's a couple of fit teachers. Another thing that you said about French, yeah, I'm watching this guy, yeah, on YouTube, and it's actually a fully mad story. Yeah. Yesterday I was watching him on YouTube, yeah. Don't know if anyone will know him, yeah. His name on YouTube is something like Laoshu 5500, yeah. And it's a guy who can speak bare languages, right? But he taught himself languages, yeah. Some American guy.
Genius.
He's 6'7", he's a black guy, yeah. And like he goes into like round America, right? And he'll go into like a Chinese restaurant and he'll like order some shit. He's like fluent in Chinese, Japanese, like Korean, fucking like Mandarin, should I say? And he'll go into like restaurants and that, and he'll like have a conversation with them, and he's like, "Oh, you from China?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't want to," like, but he'll be like, "Oh,
I'll see it,
yeah." He's mad, yeah, right. But he does it with like, he's got like over like 40 plus languages. He knows like just the basics of like how to communicate with them, and everyone's like mind blown, yeah. And obviously, my job, I work for a language company, yeah, so now I'm adamant, yeah, I'm going to learn a language independently.
I would love to learn Italian.
Italian's easy to learn, mate. Easy languages that are easy for us are like Spanish is like the easiest to learn, like Italian. Apparently one of the easiest languages, I was doing a little bit of research, one of the easiest languages to learn is Finnish or Slovakian.
It's not Finnish, it's 28.
Apparently it's really easy to learn, but he realised all these languages are easy, and he wanted to learn the hardest ones, so he learned Chinese, which is like at the end of every sentence is like the noun or something like that. That's why it all sounds like West. But yeah, man, I well want to learn like just something now, just because wouldn't it be sick, yeah, just to go on holiday somewhere, even like base up there for a bit. So let's say Portuguese. If you learnt Portuguese, you could go to Brazil or Portugal, and you could get
but
converse in Spain.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can do it.
You know what I mean? You can take parts of everything, like even a bit of Italian, you can take from that. But like, I just think that'd be fucking sick, me. So I just want to learn a language, me, but it's well hard.
It's a lot of hours. But you can get the maps, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
I did that because I think I swear it was like last year. I think it was the year before last. Like my New Year's resolution was that I'm going to try and learn a language. And I downloaded this app and like I did it for like 3 days. I was like, this is just too much effort.
It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I will say that guy, that Lao Shu 5500, yeah. One of his videos popped up on my thing before, like yesterday. So I was like, oh shit, so I clicked on it, yeah, and I just watched a couple of videos, and they're all like compilations, and he has like subtitles of what they're all saying as well, so you know what it is. And all the people's reactions are like mad. And then I uploaded a video in like 8 months, and I was like, man, what the fuck, why has he not done that? And I checked all the comments, and they're all saying like, RIP, RIP, and he's fucking died, bro.
No way.
He had a heart attack, right? But it's his mad thing, yeah. He has a brother as well who's on in all his videos, yeah, and before, like 3 months before he died, or like a bit before he died, his brother's got a YouTube channel as well. His brother was worried for him because he started seeing a new girlfriend, like, and she was like a former FBI agent, right? It's mad this, yeah. And like, eventually he had a heart attack, but 3 months before he had the heart attack, his brother did a video on his YouTube page saying he's worried for him and like thinks he's in like serious trouble, like he fears for his life, and then he fucking died. So his brother's like trying to investigate it now and doing a thing.
So he's making YouTube videos on investigating it?
Yeah, he's doing now. He's a lawyer, his brother as well, and he helps out with some other legal shit. So yeah, Lao Shu 5500, Webs, it's fucking here, yeah. Put his page there, yeah. Watch the guy's page. His videos are mad, but then you see all the comments like rest in peace. I went on his Instagram page, found him up. And yeah, it's well sad, man, because the guy's a genius. Let's level up. That's his catchphrase.
No way. Yeah, madness.
R.I.P. Lao Shu. He's called Moses, that's his name.
Moses.
R.I.P. Moses, mate. You've inspired bare kids. Real talk.
No way.
You ever heard of that Nardwar?
Yeah, I know.
The one who does all the interviews with like A$AP Rocky.
Yeah. And he knows my shit about
bare shit that like no one ever knows.
Oh,
about.
sorry, yeah. I've seen that, yeah.
He's like, do you remember the fucking like the fucking
they go, how
chicken
the fuck
shack?
do you know that?
Yeah.
And he's just like, you're this person, we have to know.
That's that video when he goes, how the fuck you know this? Yeah. He's
they're mint to watch there.
That guy, he knows like things that no one else will know.
He had
like,
Snoop Dogg's first ever tape that he released, and Snoop Dogg couldn't even get hold of it.
Yeah.
He was like, he brought him in like this case and everything and passed it to him. Obviously Snoop Dogg's high as fuck. He's like, I was literally talking about this the other day and you brought it to me. He's like, mad. Like one of the best journalists in the world.
Mate, it's fucking crazy. He has some serious sources.
Pharrell Williams was like, this is the best interview I've ever done.
Done. Bare of them say it, bro. Like he talks about places like, so like he's like, oh, like say like oh, do you remember fucking what? If that's his goes like, grape cola, something like that. What does that mean to you? And the guy's like, oh, the rapper's like, grape cola. And I'm like, yeah, grape cola, what does it mean? And he's like, what? And he's like, yeah, me and my fucking brother used to swig grape cola in fucking year 5 or something. When I fucking, and he's like, and that's how I started making music. And he's like, yeah, grape cola. And they're like, how the fuck you know this? Like, it's fucking crazy there, man. He's a genius, bro. He's a sick journal.
No way. You know what it is, yeah? I wasn't even like, didn't even think about bringing this up. And I'm going to be careful about how I actually bring this up because it's something that I don't want the actual information behind it. I don't want it out there. But basically, I spoke when I went to Scotland not too long ago and saw my big brother. He was saying that someone that he knows, that I know, went and saw a psychic, like a psychic, to try and communicate with someone that had passed away. And she went to this house of this psychic and sat down and paid for I think 2 hours or whatever, and like give her a hand and stuff, and they sat there and they spoke about this person. Like, so basically what you do is you ring up the woman and you just give just your first name. You don't give your surname, just your first name. So it rules out the psychic being able to research who, because the person that had passed away, it was in the news and stuff and all that. Like, there was things that you could read up on about it. Anyway, knows fucking mental stuff about this person that died, and it's like, how? And like, she basically claimed that like, so the woman was sat there like with the psychic and said that the person that died had like walked into the room with his nana and granddad who'd also died, and like the woman was the psychic was like explaining like how he died and all that, said he was sorry and all that mad shit, but she knew like the ins and outs of everything about it, and even stuff that like she shouldn't know, she knew. I wonder how do you not think that's mind blowing?
Yeah and no. So, do you believe in psychics?
After that conversation I had with my brother about that particular experience that this person had about the person that died, 100% yeah.
So I reckon if we researched, like, there's a way to like almost narrow it down or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like to.
I get it.
Do you know what I mean? So I reckon there's obviously, let's say there is psychics. There's obviously people who aren't psychics who just have like a good way. Like it's like, is magic real? But like you can't explain it like card tricks. Like that guy that the NQ house assigned. You know that magician that you see. He's got some crazy shit, yeah, and you can't explain it. But does that mean he's magic, or does that mean?
Yeah, but magic. At the end of the day, like we always know magic. As mind blowing as it is, you do know that there's a way that he has done it. That, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a technique to magic. Whereas, do you know what I mean? Like, if he moves one thing from this hand to that hand, like there's a way that he's done it that we just not clocked with our eyes. He has somehow moved it from that hand to that hand in a particular way. He sort of like manipulated you into thinking that this is there when realistically it's always been there, sort of thing.
But that's kind of like psychics as well.
Yeah,
like,
but the things that this person knew
beforehand.
Yeah, she knew things that like she shouldn't have known.
But they could say like, I understand that, yeah. Like you could say, oh, you've lost someone in your life, like whose letter begins with like the letter T, and then that could be, for example, that could be first name, second name.
Knew the name straight up.
Do you know what I mean? Just something like that. I'm just saying like, I don't believe in that shit, me, but obviously, like that shit can just rock you in it, and like.
As I say, like I don't want to like on camera. I don't want to say the things that the person said because I don't want it out there. But like the things that she was saying, she should not have known. And like it's for what when I was told, I was like, what the fuck? Like how on earth does she know that? Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of made me think. Kind of makes me think. Yeah, I kind of want to do it.
Do it? Why not?
Should we do it on a pod?
What? Get a psychic on? A psychic ain't gonna come on here.
Why?
I just don't really would.
Would you do it though?
Yeah, I'll do it. I don't give a fuck. Well, depends what they start saying about me.
Yeah, true.
They start exposing my life.
Yeah, true.
Which I'm not asked. I talk shit on here all the time, but you know.
Yeah, certain things you don't know.
Not really bother me. I'm open book me. Open and close book me. Yeah, fuck a psychic. We could do it on side and just video it. Let's go somewhere and just be like, listen, can we just video it?
I'd do it, mate.
I'll do it.
Right.
Let's do it. It's done.
Yeah, cool. Alright, so yeah, but I don't know, that when you were saying that about him knowing that interview and knowing random shit about these rappers, it does fucking remind me of that. Yeah, mental, mate, mental. As well, we want to talk about the cricket, I believe.
Yes.
I don't really know what's gone on to it so much. Are you jumping on for this?
What are you tagging me in?
If you've got to jump on, you can jump on.
Oh, here we go, drum roll.
Are the cameras sweet?
Is it then?
Yeah. You're gonna have to get me in next to you, aren't you?
Yeah, sound.
Maybe shit. So, the be all and end all of this is, yeah.
Production staff Pug, welcome to the Cup.
Welcome production staff Pug, Shorts gang over here.
Pug's a cricket expert, so's Will, they both play cricket.
You should know, you know as you should know. Decency.
I don't have a fucking Scooby-Doo about it.
Right, here's the lowdown.
Are we on about Tim Payne here or Azeem Rafiq?
No, we're not about Tim Payne.
Alright, go on then.
Tim Payne's just funny.
That's still pretty funny though,
yeah,
isn't it?
that's just
Who's Tim Payne?
Right, we'll do Tim Payne first.
Who's Tim Payne?
John, Pug, you do Tim Payne, and I'll do.
So basically, Tim Payne is the Australian Test captain and former, and building up now is the Ashes. So England are now flying over to Australia to start playing in the Ashes. And about 4 years ago, he sent text messages to a woman who he worked with, exchanged, and the text messages aren't the best in terms of like what he was saying. Like it was classed as cheating at the time.
So it was all sexual.
Yeah, But the Western Australia panel like found out about this in 2017, but never took it to like a court hearing or anything like that. But now, prior like 4 weeks before the Ashes, it's now come to light, and he's had to step down as Test captain. And all the messages have been released on like social media and stuff like that.
Has he come out and said anything?
Yeah, he's had to do a full statement and resign
No way.
based on what's happened.
The messages,
With his suspect.
Yeah, the
messages that he sent, yeah.
Can we put the messages on there? Because I can get the
I
messages.
don't know, we could do, yeah, but
Can you read them out?
they're not bad. They're not bad, they're just weird. It's like, he says something like,
Let me try and get
oh
these.
man, like, sat here like with boner, like on the lines like, I've got a boner or something. And she's like, oh, have you? And he's like, yeah, come put your lips round it. Something like that. You know what he says, like, fuck me, I'm so hard.
Will you want to taste my cum? Fuck me, I'm seriously hard.
Right, let me read this out, right. So, he's the blue one, right? No.
No, he's the other one.
Whoever's
The blue
hard
one's
is the blue
her.
one. Oh, no.
Right, so
The blue one's her.
right, okay, so the blue one's her. So she says, partying like a rock star, I like good girl, but this one sounds interesting.
They're definitely both dyslexic as well.
She yeah, 100%.
I thought it was
She-
made up though when I originally seen it. I thought, oh, someone just made this up.
She responds, when I'm good, I'm good. But when I'm bad, I'm
I'm bad. Oh, that's it, baby.
He responds, brilliantly bad. She responds, I will think naughty thoughts about you whilst we watch the TV.
And he's got a wife, by the way. I think he might have kids as well.
But it's mad how this come
Yeah,
into like fruition in 2017, and then it got brushed under the carpet. But now he's Australian Test captain. It's all come back to light. It's mad, just like power and who you are. Everyone just wants to. Everyone's out for you, aren't they? In terms of stuff like that. But you can't fucking put shit like that and expect to get away with it.
So he says, I'm cracking. Ha ha. Naughty thoughts like what? I'm about to give something a firm pull.
It's not about the cricket shot, Paul.
She says, ha! Sorry, I'm getting ready for work. It's a big day for us kids. And he responded,
Yeah.
0 to 100.
Bit suspect, that, isn't it?
Will you want to taste my cum? Fuck me. I'm seriously hard.
Well, he's Australian, so he's like, fuck me, I'm seriously hard.
Fuck me.
Fuck me, man.
I'm seriously hard.
Fucking hard.
And then she says, I thought we were resting hands.
Oh no.
And he says, oh God. Can't rest them when I'm this hard. Need to ease the tension. ... Finish me off with those lips.
Oh.
Wink face.
Horrible,
Can I just say, yeah?
Horrible, man.
Right, so obviously, what's bad about that is that he's got a missus, right? But
Why is kids?
Nah, but why is that bad? Why does he have to resign from being
Yeah,
captain?
that's what I'm saying.
That's his personal life, yeah?
Innit? Whatever
If he
he's
wants to
getting
cheat
up
on
to.
his bird, fair enough.
Wayne
I mean,
Rooney-
not fair enough, but like, that's his life, that's his issue.
What's that got to do with how good he is at cricket?
Don't mean he has to resign.
If Wayne Rooney can be outed for shagging prostitutes behind his wife's back, and
Yeah,
go
he's
on to
still
become
the manager,
England's,
yeah.
and go on to be England's top goal
He's
scorer,
still
ever,
Manchester Derby County.
and go and manage Derby
Yeah.
County, how the fuck can you carry on playing cricket with that? That's not as bad.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
It's fucking stupid. I don't know. I don't understand why that's thing. And he had a press conference. And he was crying in the press conference. Like,
They're always crying though, Australians,
Yeah,
aren't they?
Aussies
Love a
always
cry.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
But yeah, Azeem
But-
Rafiq.
So, Azeem Rafiq, right, is a cricketer who played for Yorkshire, right? Played for England, like as a junior growing up. Played for Yorkshire for like 4 years. Left, went back to Yorkshire. Played again there. Played all around the world, right? And he doesn't. I'm pretty sure he's retired now. Doesn't play anymore. And he recently come out of allegations, right? And we need to be careful how we say this as well.
Use the word allegedly if he needs to use it.
It's it's not really allegedly because it's come out and been proven. So
In a court of
he's
law?
yes.
Yeah, right.
So he has come out and now said that during his time playing for Yorkshire, he suffered racist abuse, and it was just very like common almost. Like what the words that got said, like the terms that got said to him, were just very common stuff. Like it wasn't really like thought of anything racist at the time because it was just so common. But now he's come back and brought light to it and said, I felt a certain way back then, and I'm speaking up about it now. And heads have like started rolling, mate. Like everyone, there's been accusations against former players who play for England, who play with him. There's coaching staff, like all
People who work
members,
on Sky.
all members who are associated with the club and with him are being like stuck up for it, yeah. And loads of them have come out and apologised for what they've said because it's come out and he's explained what's been done. And some have still denied it, so there's a big ongoing thing at the moment. There's one instance when he was 15 on a night out, he's Muslim, that they pinned him down in the back of a taxi and poured red wine down his throat and like made him drink it, right? But he doesn't dispute the fact that even though he was Muslim, he was stuck in like the cricket society where like after games like you go out and get pissed or whatever, and like he was drinking and stuff, which he says he regrets now, but he was doing it anyway just to kind of fit in. So that's in the spotlight at the moment. Like people who play for England, like they refer. There was one point where they refer to any Asian player, one player who was originally from Zimbabwe, but played for England. Refer to any person who was Asian as Kevin, right? So we called him Kevin, right? And then that started clicking on, and like everyone else used that term as well in the Yorkshire dressing room and apparently in the England dressing room.
So any player that was Asian was referred to as Kevin? It was
called Kevin. There's a guy called Pujara who played for Yorkshire, and like they called him Kevin all the time, right? But that was because he was Asian. That's why they did it. So stuff like that's come out. A former player bought a dog, a puppy, and it was a black dog, and he called it Kevin. And apparently it was because of that, and he's had to come out and deny that now. But like, you know, there's loads of allegations on that, so it's not looking good for England at the moment. But then recently as well, what hasn't helped Azeem Rafiq is that people are bringing up allegations against him. So there's like a Facebook thing from years ago where he talks about Jews, and he says stuff about Jews to one of his other mates, so it doesn't help him. And there was more recently an allegation of a girl. He was sending text messages, like sexual text messages to a minor apparently as well that he met in a club. So like it's a mad situation at the moment, and like everyone's getting on like. And the worst thing, sorry, going back to the racing thing, the worst thing is this got brought up a year ago, right, to Yorkshire Cricket Club, and they kind of just brushed it under the carpet, and they tried to get him to sign an NDA so he doesn't speak about it anymore, and they were going to pay him money.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah, they were going to get him to sign that, and he refused it, and he was like, well, nah, fuck you, I'm not doing that because there's an issue and I'm trying to bring it up. So now the government have got involved, the ECB, the England Cricket Board, have got involved on it, and it's like escalated, and now it's going to a court of law and stuff. So it's a crazy time, mate, and it's not good, but it's going to affect all levels of cricket, not just the top, even like where me and Ben play. Like things are going to change now, like especially over racism and stuff like that. But it's crazy.
It's mad though, because the same thing happened when Ollie Robinson took all them wickets on Test debut and things like that. People then straight away were searching his Instagram, searching his Twitter, trying to find things that he'd ever done. And he wrote like homophobic tweets and things about like celebrities who died and stuff like that. Mate, they brought it up. He got banned. He got a ban straight away. People are always out. As soon as you do well, people are always out then to take you from there, to bring you back down to here. Things you do as a kid then affect you in when you do grow up, and it's true in all aspects of life, not just in sport.
Yeah, no, 100%. One, ask you both this, yeah, and I'm not saying it's clear, obviously you two haven't done it, but I'm saying in playing cricket at the level that you play at, yeah, have you two ever come across someone referring to a black or Asian player as Kevin?
No,
it's Kevin. The Kevin was just an inside.
The Kevin thing is like an inside joke for them.
Oh right, so
players happen to be in that squad at that
what
time.
I will say is right, and so I've played cricket for a long time, predominantly play with a team of white males. We've had Asian players play for us, right, and it's always. I want to tread lightly how I say it here because I don't want to seem like in a bad way. So I played with. What I will say is I've played with a lot of Asian guys at Ducky that I'm good mates with and still mates with now, and they would refer to themselves as like, I'm not saying the word, but they refer to themselves as that person before any of us would. Do you know what I mean? There was one time when I was like 14, I was playing senior cricket, and there was only one Asian guy on the team, and he was the only man of colour in the team, and he referred to himself as like the only guy, but he'd be proud of it. Now that's.
So he would refer to himself as Kevin?
Yeah, no, not Kevin. Yes, Kevin, but the probably the actual term for Kevin, but he wouldn't call himself Kevin. Just white Kevin.
So the derogatory term for what people call people from, say, like a Pakistani heritage or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he referred to himself as that, right? But the thing is, like, let's say that's probably people think that's what's happened with Azeem Rafiq, but now he's come back to it and said, at the time, that wasn't right, and he wants to do something about it now. But I play with people who would do the same. There's a lot of my team now who does the same thing, but it's like, so I think this is why it's a problem from the bottom right to the top as well. But in what way is it the problem? Only if, like, I don't want to say only to speak up about it because it shouldn't happen anyway, but I can say that every Asian player who's playing with me on my team, I'm good mates with, and I know everyone else is as well on my team, like, but you don't really know how they feel. If they did feel like they didn't like how they refer to themselves, I'm not saying we refer to them because I wouldn't refer to them as it, because we look past that, like, that's not an issue, that's not a thing that I think of because I just play cricket with them, they're just my mates. Like, it's if they feel that way, and if they did feel that way, they could always speak to us and always tell us, and stuff would change, but it is a problem, mate. That's why I think cricket all the way down is going to change now.
And as your club, as a collective, like, your club specifically, have they sat down and had a conversation as a group after that, or after all this stuff has come out?
No, not yet, because it's off season now. So they'll probably for our league we'll probably have a meeting and they'll brief like the senior members of our, like the people who work, like, let's say the board at our club. They'll brief them about it and then they'll talk to us about it and then we'll go from there. Or like the officials will talk about it and then it'll go from there. But there'll be some sort of like maybe a letter or some sort of thing that'll come out. But it does happen. The shocking thing as well is that with this happening is that cricket, there's been loads of investigations. So in Yorkshire, where this has all happened, Yorkshire is like there's predominantly a lot of Asian people in Yorkshire, and there's only been like there's a handful of English Asian players who played professional cricket for Yorkshire. All of them have been white, and they're saying, well, that's an issue. You look at Birmingham. There's lots of Asian players, and there's been more there. But like in Yorkshire, like it's a thing, and it's going to affect going up now. What I will say about Manchester is Lancashire actually have an Asian program for like specifically for Asian players that they actually. Yeah. Well, not us. Like so, Lancashire is like the professional club. So like United or City is like the club for our city.
Mate, Lancashire produced quite a few Asian English cricketers that play for England.
Lancashire have always been good for it, and we have an Asian program now, which is specifically for Asian players to go and play cricket if you're good enough, or if you're a decent player. It's like a separate thing for them to try and help promote it, which is really good. So hopefully Lancashire doesn't fall under any of this, because I know we as a club do a lot for the community and the Asian community more specifically. But it's going to change a few things, mate. And it's not a good look for the game that is so very diverse already, because it's not like, well, I say it's not like football, but like cricket.
You've got to think of
so many countries.
That's what I mean. Main countries for cricket is massive. Like football, India are nowhere to be seen. Pakistan are nowhere to be seen. South Africa nowhere to be seen. Australia nowhere to be seen. But they're in cricket. They're seen as like arguably probably the biggest four other than England in terms of size who play cricket. India's massive for cricket. Pakistan's massive for cricket. Mm-hmm. South Africa, Australia, rugby at the same time, but cricket as well is one of their main sports. That's what they're mint at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's so big, mate. Like if India and Pakistan play each other, like I don't know if it's right, but like more people watch that than like the World Cup or something like that. It's fucking ridiculous, mate. But they just live and breathe cricket.
Crazy. Mm-hmm. England will play like India in a Test match. And you'll go to Old Trafford in Lancashire and there'll be more Indian fans than there will be England fans.
Sold out. Like,
crazy.
Loads of them. It's mad, mate. It's mad. So it's an issue. It's an issue for the game because at the moment with racism and stuff going on, and like taking a knee and all this, like the England cricket team were doing their bit as well. Like Ben said about the Ollie Robinson thing, when he got done, when he made his debut, and they looked at his historic tweets for stuff he'd done. The week before, when they're lining up to play, they've got T-shirts on, like no to racism, all this, lining up, promoting it all, and then someone's caught him saying what he said earlier on, which is wrong, but it was years ago, and it just don't give a good look, so it's a bit techie right now.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I think if you compare it to like football, like people have been taking the knee now for ages, and like it goes to show that it's quite clear from an outsider's point of view that we have that there isn't within the actual game, the racism comes from the fucking stands and on Twitter. Because if there was racism within the football community as the professionals themselves, someone would have spoke out time ago. Because why the fuck are people taking a knee when everyone's racist? Like so, that goes to show.
That's why some people disagree with it, don't they? Some people think that they're not going to take it because it doesn't do anything realistically, does it?
The only one count of a player doing it was Glenn Kamara when he got done, didn't he?
You not see when Quinton de Kock did it in the World Cup?
Yeah,
well, massive song and dance about it, and he had to then publicly come out and explain why he didn't take the knee at the World Cup.
So one of the opening batters for South Africa, they take the knee before the game, and before the game it was announced that he wasn't going to play, and it was just like, oh, he's just not played, he's not been selected, right? Which is weird because he's one of the best players. And then afterwards, apparently, it come out that he said that he didn't want to take the knee. And the thing is, as well, South Africa have racism issues like all the time. There's always been a race issue in South Africa. Like there used to be a rule where they had to have like at least 4 black players in the team, and there's always been stuff going on. So Quinton de Kock, the guy's name, funny name, he said that he weren't going to take the knee, not because he didn't respect racism, but it was like from the political aspect, which is what people say when they don't want to take the knee, which is a bit of a cop-out really, because what's the harm in doing it? But he didn't want to get involved in the politics with it, so he didn't take the knee, and then a lot come out against it, and he had to apologise, and then he did take the knee next game. So.
Did you see Dimitri Payet get it with that bottle last night? The game got abandoned after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So last night there was a game between Lyon and Marseille, place for Marseille, didn't it?
Yeah.
Got a corner, he went over to take it, full bottle just smashed him straight on the side of the face. The ref just abandoned the game.
Did they abandon it fully?
Yeah, fully abandoned after
right.
5 minutes.
Oh,
Didn't go back out.
Oh, did they not? I didn't see that.
It's a funny video, like the fucking Leon Ultra, the guy who runs it, just going like that, cracking the guy who threw the bottle at his head. Yeah.
Good, so he should, because the fucking game's been abandoned.
Yeah. I was gonna say actually, off the back of that, all them tweets surfaced about football, didn't they?
Oh yeah, the French Federation you talk about. Yeah. That's crazy.
And obviously, like, have you seen it?
I think I've seen it, but I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
Right, so bro,
Well, that party.
yeah, well, there's more than
The shit in the mouth, isn't there? Put in the mouth.
Mate, this best.
Yeah, but the thing is, these haven't actually been. I don't think they've actually been proven to be true. But this guy's allegations. This guy's like this guy who's like sort of leaked all the tweet shows, like an investigative journalist, and he sort of like exposed the football world, more specifically the French football world community, whatever you want to call it, and sort of like said that so many things have happened within football, i.e. yes, like the one you just said, someone forcing someone to lie down and accept the person who's forcing them down to poo in the mouths while they videoed it.
Love that sort of party, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I love that. What else is there? Someone was pranked in a club and was forced to sleep with a minor. Someone to do with like masturbating in the changing rooms. Something like a coach.
What's going on with French
I know
football,
a coach was caught red-handed after raping 2 like 13-year-old
Didn't that
girls.
William Saliba who was at Arsenal, didn't he like post a picture, like a video of him with his cock out in the changing rooms and that with bare lads? What the fuck's going on, man?
That one.
There was a Greek ref, or a Cypriot ref, who they tried to assassinate and put a bomb under his car. Apparently, because I don't know if it's Saudi state or something like that, try and recruit people out of football clubs, like
To radicalise it.
yeah, like to radicalise them and like pass money through there as like a way to do it. Mate, it's all fucked.
Yeah, there's one that said that like apparently, like Mendy, who's obviously gonna get years and years and years in prison, but apparently like the things that he did are like, I know it's horrendous. It's a horrendous crime, raping someone. Like it can't get much worse than raping someone. But apparently the things that he did to these people are like unimaginable, unthinkable things that he's done.
The quote was Benjamin Mendy's done unspeakable things.
And like it's got to the point where apparently, allegedly, off the back of that, like Man City and other clubs are like really thinking heavily of whether they're actually going to sign French players from now on. Because apparently like the French footballing world and community and that thing, apparently it's just next level crap.
French football is not in a good way at the moment with all that shit and all the riots and stuff that's going on, like I said about the Payet thing. Like, they've got lots of issues at the moment, so they need to sort that shit out.
Mental.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Mental.
How long have we gone for, Ben?
5 minutes left now.
Yeah.
How long is it?
5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay, cool. That's a wrap then. Ben, thank you for jumping on camera and giving your cricketing knowledge. Because I say I couldn't offer anything back to that conversation, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Keep watching, keep supporting, keep liking, keep sharing, and we will see you next time.
Peace.